the CJ Go TV podcast.
Episode 2.
It's Jane.
And it's JV.
And welcome back to the CJ Go TV podcast.
Yes, we're back with the second episode of the podcast. We're super excited.
Yes.
This is brand new to us. And
super fun.
Yeah,
I had
really
a really
fun.
good time last time.
Yeah, and we got some good reviews. Like, people are saying they really like it.
Yeah, they came to our live stream to tell us.
Yeah, and in the comments too. So we got a good amount of listens. So yeah, if you guys like it, please head on over to your podcast app.
And
subscribe.
Download.
It's on iTunes and it's on any Android device podcast app. So head on over there, subscribe to it, leave a review because that helps out a lot, especially on iTunes. If you leave a 5-star rating and you leave a review, you can say anything you want in the review. But
you can be like, "Wow, Jane's voice is awesome."
It's
so soothing and not annoying at all. It's like the opposite of what I always hear.
So go to iTunes on your phone, write a review, give a 5-star rating. That's how we get noticed on the podcast world. If you leave a review and if you leave a rating, so if you can do that, that's all you need to do to help us out.
Do you know something interesting about our podcast?
What?
It's when BMO loves to make her most appearances, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, she's here again. She's looking up the table.
It's also on video form on YouTube, but on the audio version on your phone, you get it a day early, or maybe a few days early. I'm not too sure.
We haven't decided yet.
And this episode is brought to you by our Patreon sponsors and our Twitch subscribers too. So I'll get into a little more about that later.
Okay, are you first?
What we're doing right now is we're kind of just like going through some questions we have for each other, or like topics to talk about. We wrote some down. Okay, so one of mine is...
Okay, you go.
What kind of snacks do you like? Do you like salty snacks or sweet snacks?
Okay, so it depends. And then right now, because I'm so pregnant, it depends on the minute.
Minute?
I was going to say on the day, but really it depends on the minute. Because earlier today, if you can remember, you drove by Wendy's after the doctor.
First, you wanted an ice cap.
I wanted an ice cap, and you refused.
Because there's caffeine in ice caps, and she's pregnant, so
I wanted an ice cap more than anything.
None of that.
This guy wouldn't let me have it.
We actually haven't drank coffee in a long time.
Hi, baby BMO.
BMO, what's up?
She's here, guys.
She jumped on the table. If you hear the microphone making a noise, that's her tail whacking it.
Yeah, and her bum is right by the mic, just in case you hear a
So yeah, we stopped drinking coffee like over a year ago.
Yeah.
It
was our 2017 New Year's resolution.
Yeah. So
and anyway, so I wanted then something cold that I could drink. And so Justin took me to Wendy's to get me a Frosty. And then I got it. And then on the way home, I didn't want it anymore.
You also got fries.
Yeah, I got
fries. Because the fries are so good. They're like super hot. Guys, when
crispy,
like French fries
salty.
are like, they're really good when they're hot. Mm-hmm. When they're warm, it's like a totally different story. When they're straight out of the fryer, that's like when they're the best. So yours changes depending on your mood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it changes depending on, I think, the baby's mood.
Okay, so you want to know mine?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, salty snacks for sure.
Well, I knew that.
I love salty snacks.
Yeah.
Man, what's really good right now is those Costco. I forget what they're called.
I don't know. They look like peace signs.
Yeah, they're like these rice round things. They're like super low calorie.
Good.
They're like sea salt or something. They're so good. They're amazing. But I think my favorite
sea salt and pepper.
My favorite salty snack is Cheetos.
Okay, do you know what really bothers me about your snacking?
What?
That sometimes you'll like say that package of stuff you pick up from Costco, you'll leave like 2 in a huge bag, roll the bag back and make it look like it's full, and then put it back in the snack cupboard. And then I open the cupboard and I'm like, I can have a bowl. I take out a bowl, I open the bag, I go to dump it in, 2 little crumbs fall out.
Okay, so okay, what you do is, so you know the Cocoa Pops you bought? The brown ones? So okay, this is what I would do. I would leave like a little bit for the next person just in case they wanted it. But what you do is you finish it, and then when I open it, it's completely gone. But what I do for you, you're like, oh, I'm craving these chips, and you go and there's like 3 or 4, like there's a little bit left.
Not enough to enjoy
I know,
them.
but there's something.
No, I want it all gone.
All right.
Even if I don't even want to like eat all those Cocoa Puffs, I'll eat them all just because I'm like, I don't want to leave any left.
I like to leave a little for the next person, but to each their own. All right, well, what's the next topic here?
Okay, it's my turn. Okay. So I want to talk about when we do our live streams. Okay? So if you guys don't know, we go live every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
I want to know what your favorite game is to play on the live stream and why.
Oh man, my favorite game. Well, that changes too, depending on how sick of the game I am. But right now, I love playing Just Cause 3. That game is so fun. Mm-hmm. You can basically you're like this. There's like a communist country with a dictator, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to slowly take it back, and then you're starting a rebellion against this crazy dictator, and you're taking over outposts, and it's like you're an action movie star, and there's huge explosions, and it's totally outrageous. It's just a really fun game. I like it a lot.
You know, something about communism, I think that the idea it comes from such a beautiful place, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
But it just comes from such a nice place. They want everybody to be on an equal playing field. They want everybody to have the same things, that there's no upper class and lower class. But then there's always someone greedy in office. Yeah. And they take all the money and stuff.
That can get really, there's so many, and then capitalism, you could push and get more. I don't know. Yeah. We can get into that's a whole nother thing.
I know.
Maybe we'll talk about that on the next one. But
it's true.
That's really controversial. But you know what I love about
it's just the idea. I think is whoever came up with it. I think possibly their heart might have been in the right place.
Yeah.
You know, let's make everyone even.
I kind of get what they're trying to do. If you guys watch Star Trek, in the Star Trek, it's 500 years in the future, and in that time. Everything's taken care of. I think that type of world only so everything's taken care of. Food, there's no hunger issues. Power, everyone has shelter. You can pretty much do whatever job you want. But for that to work, you have to all the crappy jobs have to be taken care of.
Yeah.
By robots or whatever, because
otherwise,
because who's gonna want to be the whatever, I don't want to say.
Yeah, I don't want to say a particular job, but I know what you mean. And then say if you're in surgery for 12 hours, and then someone else goes to work at McDonald's or something for 8 hours, and then they get the same thing, and you're just come on.
Yeah. See, it gets sketchy when you do that. But if you love working at McDonald's, then that's another thing.
You loved working at McDonald's.
Okay, we're jumping all over the place.
No, you haven't asked me what my favorite game to play is in live streaming and why.
What's your favorite game on the live stream and why?
Okay, what do you think it is?
Minecraft.
So, funny, I thought about Minecraft. I've already considered my answers to the questions. Oops. But it's not. It's The Walking Dead.
Really? Oh, yeah.
I really, really like the storyline. I like choosing. I love that my gut instinct is always the evil selection.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
okay.
And then your reaction where you're oh my God, when I make a choice.
Guys, I didn't know this about Jane. We've been dating and married for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we just started playing games together because we go live on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Yeah.
It's a plug right there. So we just started going live and playing video games together. And for certain games like Mass Effect, there's certain games where you make a choice. There's a good choice, in the middle choice, and then a bad choice. And Jane's first instinct is always the bad choice.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of scary. I'm whoa.
Okay. And it's so natural. I was C, and you're
okay,
no.
give an example. Okay, so Lee has to the main character has a choice to kill someone or something that that's not.
No. So say it was have the dad kill his son after he's bitten. It was leave him alone or kill him, and then it was not even a choice for me. I'm okay, I'll kill him.
Yeah.
It's you're gonna kill the child.
But there's more subtle things too. It's somebody's dog died, and then the choice is to say, "Oh man, that's hard," or "Get over it," or Like, you know, and then Jane will always pick the mean one. And it's so, because it's so natural. Like, come on.
I know.
I didn't know that. Because in games, I'm always the good guy. Like, no matter what it is, I'm always like the good guy. But
and then we...
it's entertaining.
JV put together a clip. Compilation of me smack talking. And when I listened to it, I couldn't believe that I was saying those things. I was like, I'm going to kill him.
They always call you a savage.
Yeah. And then I like killed this guy in the game, and I'm like, can I drag him with me and show his friends? like, oh my gosh. Like, what's wrong with me? Yeah.
It's crazy. But another thing I love about the live streams is we get to know everyone.
Yeah.
Like, we get to know our fans. Like, okay, I know a lot of live streams and people we also stream on Twitch as well. Another plug.
Yeah.
So a lot of people on live streams are by themselves, and when they play the game, they just play the game, and the chat is going, and they like barely interact with the chat.
Yeah, but we always do, and we have really great administrators too.
Yeah, and how ours is set up is I'll play the game while Jane reads the chat.
Yeah.
So we'll have full conversation. Sometimes Jane
I'll play,
and I'll read the chat.
I prefer to read the chat. Like I prefer to talk to our fans.
But it's fun watching you play too. So we like to switch it up. But the thing is, like, we get to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like, people are surprised when we read their names and talk back. We're like, this is normal.
You're talking to me.
Yeah. But I love it because we get to know. Now we know Ethan. We know
the
Penguin
Fortners,
Squad. We know
Ethan and
Phantom
Artie.
Ferric.
We know Ethan's whole family.
Rip City. Yeah. Like,
Ethan, Artie, Luna,
we know
Mania,
Chris,
Maya.
CJ, man, we know like so many of them. Like,
did you say Phantom? Whoosh.
Yeah, I said Phantom.
Kevin J Squad.
Yeah, I said no. I didn't say Kevin J Squad.
Yeah,
but yeah, we get to know them, guys.
Travis.
So come to our live streams Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun out there. Okay, it's your turn. Next question.
It's my turn. All right, what do we got here? Okay, so for breakfast, why do you think what happened in human civilization that we have to, the normal thing to do is eat eggs in the morning? What do you think? Why do you think that happened?
You've just mind blasted me.
Because there's so many ways we can go with this. Because it's
eggs and bakey.
It's just a morning thing. You think of it as I wake up, you eat eggs. So what happened?
Eggs are cereal.
In gather hunter times,
yeah,
or is it
why can't you have chicken and rice for breakfast?
Yeah, why can't you have pizza for breakfast or lasagna?
I do have pizza sometimes.
There's so many things. Okay, one thing it could be is eggs are really light. They're not. If you have lasagna in the morning, you'll feel sluggish and heavy.
Eggs is just protein.
Yeah, eggs is protein. It's really light. It's fast to make. You can make it really quickly. Because lasagna and chicken take forever.
Guys, this is kind of funny. Whenever Justin doesn't want to cook something for me, he just wants to make it for himself. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, just having some quick eggs. He'll always throw in that it's quick eggs because he doesn't want to do anything for me.
I eat 4 eggs a day. I like to get a lot of protein because I work out and stuff. But yeah, when I just want quick eggs, and I don't want to make this. I get it. But I cook every day. I make dinner every day.
Yeah. But maybe you could make breakfast too.
Okay, so there's another. Okay, so maybe because they're quick, or sometimes I've heard this too. Maybe because hens lay eggs in the morning. So
do they lay eggs in the morning?
I've never been on a farm. I don't know. When farmers get up in the morning, they go get the eggs, and then they make them when the.
Is that how it sounds?
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like a wolf or something.
That was my cock-a-doodle-doo.
Okay, so listen.
I'm listening. Guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I have trouble focusing. Go ahead. You were talking about
so farmers, eggs. When they wake up, they go get the eggs from the chicken coop. They get the eggs in the morning, and then they cook the eggs in the morning. And then that just kept happening, and then it just started to become a normal thing.
Yeah, I can see that. Do you know what's in the chicken coop?
What?
Chicken poop.
Oh my gosh. I'm okay.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah, there's more on that though. Eggs, and some people think it's weird to have eggs for dinner.
We have eggs for dinner.
Yeah, we don't think. I don't think it's weird at all. I can have eggs any time of the day.
Sometimes we put fry up an egg and throw it on a hamburger.
Yeah, for sure.
Increase that protein level.
Like, I'll have eggs whenever. It doesn't. I'll have eggs at midnight. It doesn't matter. But some people are like, they're grossed out by having eggs or breakfast
later in the
at
day.
any other time in the day. But,
yeah.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay.
You ruined it.
So just coming off of that, because I think that this fits perfectly. What childish thing do you still enjoy doing?
Childish thing?
Yeah.
It's hard to, for me, I kind of thought, I heard someone say recently on a podcast I listened to that they saw someone skateboarding and he was like an older gentleman and she made fun of him. Like,
what?
Why are you skateboarding? And
Casey Neistat.
Yeah, like she took a picture of him and then posted on Twitter, like, look at this guy still skateboarding. And then she said she got blasted for that. And then she was like, when I thought about it, that was a really stupid thing to say because you can skateboard at any point in time in your life.
Like,
so
why can't you skateboard?
Yeah, so I don't really know. Like I have Lego sets I build.
Yeah, that would be. You could say that's a childish thing, I guess.
But it's like they have Legos of the Death Star.
I know,
no child can.
I know, but you're doing the ones for like 5 to 8 year olds.
Because the bigger ones are like $1,000.
I know.
I build like Star Wars like an X-wing or an A-wing or like an AT-ST. Like stuff like that I'll build, which is, I guess, considered, I don't know, I don't think it's childish. Even playing video games is not, things used to be childish. But now
they're not?
They're not. They're just like part of being like, it used to be even a nerdy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like even nerdy things, like watching superhero movies or reading comics, it's becoming normal now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I know what childish thing I like to do.
What?
Whoops. Caught in a yawn. I like to take naps.
That's not childish.
Yeah, it is. It's little kids' things. You know, like, they gotta take naps.
Everybody takes naps. That's not childish.
Well then, maybe I think that, like, farts are funny.
Farts are funny.
And it's like, that's, like, we're supposed to be mature, right?
We
gotta
give them a little backstory.
Okay.
We, like, for the longest time in our relationship, we never farted around each other. Like, we had a rule. Like, it's not
I went to the bathroom. You turned on the fan.
Like, I don't like farting in front of people.
No.
Especially you. So I would leave the room and then go fart or like, and not loud at all. You wouldn't even know. I just like walk out and go to the bathroom and fart.
Yeah.
But recently, like, since Jane's been pregnant, like they just come out.
And they're so funny. It's so loud. Like, it's the worst because you're like, we're just quiet and suddenly it's like a trumpet. Like, and then Justin looks at me and I'm like, I didn't think it was going to be loud.
Yeah, because it's like an accident.
Yeah.
That comes out.
And then he leaves the room like laughing and then I just hear I can't.
Then I farted and it was loud and we started laughing because we never do it. So it was so funny. Sorry, guys.
But it was so funny. It was like back and forth.
Yeah, so it's totally new to us, and it's really funny when we do it.
So I guess that's the childish thing that I've really started to think is hilarious.
Yeah, wow, your eye makeup is all over the place now.
Well, I can't help it. That was hilarious.
Do you have tissues?
Nope.
Okay, hold it down. I'm gonna grab some.
Okay. Yeah, it's just like it's totally since I got pregnant. That happened because before we like were so secretive with that kind of stuff. Thank you. And I just think now I don't know why, but I'm like I've reverted to extreme childhood where I think it's so funny.
But we're not actively trying.
No.
You know, like, when it comes out, it comes out. Because for me, I always thought of it like I don't want
it's a private thing.
Yeah, but and also I don't want to be not attracted to you. Like I don't want you to fart in my face and like do gross stuff. You know, like so I kind of wanted to keep it. Like,
but it it's just happened when we're done. when the baby's out, then we'll go back to our
we'll go back to leaving the room and farting. I don't want it to ever just be like blasting farts in front of each other. Some people are okay with that. Some people are
brother.
like, I just don't want it to get to that level of just
But man, like that happened last week?
Yeah, it was funny.
And I was crying laughing. Like today, probably like poor listeners, all they hear is me like choking to death laughing.
Yeah. Okay.
That was good. Okay.
Is it your turn? I think it's my turn.
It's your turn, yeah.
All right. What was your first job and what did you do?
Okay.
Wait, that was the same question.
Am I okay? Am I cleaned up?
Yeah, you're cleaned up. What's your first job and then your favorite job?
Okay, so the first job, well, it wasn't a real job. My first job, I just would have to go to this place. This guy worked overnights, and it was like my dad was friends with the owner of this place. It was called Robo Shop. Mm-hmm. And it was like a printing company, and this guy wasn't allowed to be alone with the printing press. So they would offer me money to just go, and I could hang out and watch TV, like in the printing press room.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and then and I could drink pop and eat crap.
So he wasn't allowed to be left alone because it was dangerous?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So nobody's allowed to be left alone with this, because it's this huge room. Like, think like the length of our house.
Whoa.
That's how big the printing press is.
He could get his arm caught or something.
So I wasn't allowed to fall asleep, but I just had to be there, and that's no problem. I was like killing pop. I was like bouncing off the walls, right? But that wasn't a real job, and that was only like every once in a while when they couldn't find someone to do overnights.
Right.
And then I was super cheap labor.
Did you get paid for that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but minimum wage was a lot of garbage back then, and then it was minimum wage and a half. So it was like, what did I make? Like $20 maybe?
For the whole shift?
An hour.
$20 an hour?
Yeah.
That's not...
It was like double minimum wage.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, but I was up all night.
I know, but $20 an hour for your first job.
Yeah, well, and it was only once in a while. Like it wasn't a big thing. But my first like real job where I worked after school and stuff was at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Funny, we just like touched on that a second ago, but that was like one of the coolest jobs I had. I really liked it a lot. And I actually worked my way up to be a crew trainer, so I had a gold name tag. I still have it, actually.
And you worked at the one by Lieberman, right?
Yeah, so it's right by my high school.
I remember going there with my friends and seeing you working
I was working all the time.
I just remembered you, like, really high energy, and you were fast, and you really liked it.
Oh, I always won every competition. Every weekend there was a competition for, like, most people served.
Yeah.
And you would win, you would get to choose a CD from this book of CDs. And that's how I got my whole CD album collection, because I won every weekend. I was so fast.
Yeah.
And then people loved coming to my line, because if I felt that their order took too long, I would promo a pie for them.
Oh, really?
So I would give them a free pie. And I would be like, I'm so sorry for the wait. Yeah. So my lineup was always double everyone else's.
Because...
Yeah, because they were hoping that I would take long and they would get a pie.
Quick.
Yeah.
So that was one of your favorite jobs too? Yeah.
Yes. Well, that and I really liked working at New Balance.
Oh, okay. With what's his name from?
Tom
from what's it called?
Silicon Valley.
So the main character in Silicon Valley, his name is Tom. Wait, what's his name on the show?
I don't know his name on the show.
But he's the guy. He's the founder of Pied Piper, and he's like the little awkward guy. So, you guys, if you watch it, you'll know.
He's from Toronto, but we worked at New Balance together, and he always made me laugh. Like, he was so funny.
And you worked with him for years, right?
Yeah, a couple of years. It was so Will and I, like my manager, you've met Will. So he and I worked together for 6 years.
Right.
But Tom was only there, I think, like a year and a half or 2 years, maybe some. I can't remember how long actually.
And he was a comedian. Was he a comedian?
Yeah, he was trying to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And he was so funny.
And then next thing you know, he's on this like hit show,
huge show,
and he is in commercials, and that's a small world, but it's pretty crazy.
And he was with me. I went out with them one night, and then I remember it was like everyone was drinking, and I wasn't allowed to drink, and then Will said it was okay if I drank the bottleneck of a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
That was what I was allowed to have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It was so funny. I was so excited because I'm like, what? Alcohol. Yeah, but it was I didn't like it.
No.
It was really harder than I expected.
Yeah.
But if you've ever had Mike's Hard Lemonade, then you'll know that it's not hard at all. It's like the sweetest drink in the world. Yeah, Beam was crying downstairs. So I don't know if you can pick that up.
It's not even time. It's just half an hour.
I know.
So every day we feed Bimo at 7 p.m.
Yes.
And at 6:30 she starts crying every single day.
Yeah. Well, sometimes 5:30.
Yeah. Okay. So my first job. You want to know mine?
I do want to know yours.
Okay. So my first job was kind of like an unofficial job. My dad owned a moving company.
Oh right.
Calvic Moving. So his first name is Calvin, and then and so Calvic.
That Vic is not the last name. It's like part of the last name.
Yeah, so Calvic Moving. So when I was like early teenager age, I lived with my dad. My parents were divorced, so I'd be sleeping or whatever. It'd be Friday. I hear banging on my door, like, "Get up! You have to help." So I have to so randomly out of nowhere at any time, point in time. If
and
it wasn't
why
a school
was it
day.
that he was doing that?
Okay, so if you guys know, movers for a moving company are super unreliable. You pay them like the minimum wage, and like they're usually alcoholics and they don't show up or they call in sick. So anytime something like that happened, he would knock on my door and I would have to get up and go work like a 10-hour day moving furniture. It was horrible. It was completely horrible. But he would pay cash, so it wouldn't be bad. And I couldn't really say no because he was my dad. So it was it was okay, I guess. Now looking back at it, it was kind of a good learning experience. But at the time, I hated it, and it's like it could happen at any moment.
Now, what do you I remember when we moved the first time, like when we moved from the apartment to the condo.
Yeah.
I remember how efficient your father was.
Yeah.
I could not get over that. Like my best friend Peter Gay was with me, and we thought that the move was going to take hours. And then Calvin.
Yeah.
He arrives and starts popping things on this rolly thing, and the whole apartment is empty. It was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, the dolly. Because, we packed all our stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I have experience and he has, 30 years of experience.
Yeah.
So, before we moved, we packed every single thing in boxes. So, that's how you're supposed to do it. So, when the moving truck comes, everything's ready to go.
It was maybe under 30 minutes. And I was like, what the heck? Everything is out.
Yeah.
Like, it's totally gone. And then you were kind of like, what? And Pete and I were just in awe. We couldn't get over that the whole place was empty in that short amount of time.
It's the homeowner has to be ready, everything boxed, and then the mover has to be efficient. Because sometimes we go to a house and they didn't even start packing yet. There's just crap everywhere. We have to move individual stuff on.
Oh my god!
It takes longer, so we get paid by the hour. So we're like, all right, it's just gonna take. Yeah. The longest move I was on, I think it was 18 hours.
Really?
Yeah, 18 hours. It was nuts. So that was my first unofficial job. My first official job was a camp counselor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I was a camp counselor with my buddy Wyatt. For what was it, downtown Toronto area? I forget what
kind of
school
camp
it was. What kind of camp?
Like for kiddies?
Yeah, for kids. So
hey,
I think the ages were 6 to 8 or maybe 8 to 12.
Yeah.
But the kids loved me. I was really good with them. So
which is crazy because you're so shy.
I know. You know what I did? I figured out how to get them on my side because a lot of camp counselors couldn't control them.
Yeah.
So I figured whatever they were into, Yu-Gi-Oh or comic books or Pokemon. I looked that stuff up and then I would talk about that with them, and then they thought I was so cool for knowing that.
Yeah.
And then I had them the whole time.
So
anything I said they would do, and they all loved me because I could relate to them. I found out if I related to them, then they would think I'm cool, and then they listen to everything I said. So
you're saying we have to figure out what our little girl likes and relate to her in that way.
She's gonna be a nerd. Oh, that's what I want to talk about too. What we want to teach our daughter.
Yeah.
What are the couple things?
Well, it's not your turn, but I'll allow it.
Right.
Okay, so something I want to teach her. Do you have something ready?
Yeah, it's kind of super nerdy, and it's just one of the things.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say this. Okay. Wait, I don't know.
I want to teach her to be a track star.
You want to teach her to be a track star?
Yeah, like I want to teach her how to long jump, how to triple jump, how to come out of the blocks, like how to run, how to high jump. You know, I mean, if she wants to shot put or throw javelin or disc, like I want her to have those opportunities to hurdle.
Right.
You know, and if she became a hurdler, I'd be okay with that.
You were a hurdler.
I was a lot of things, but I should have been a 400-meter hurdler based on my body type.
Right. One of the things I want to do with her is let her try a bunch of things and see what she likes.
The only non-negotiable, though, is swimming.
Swimming, yeah. She has to learn
that's
how
a
to
life
swim. Yeah, for sure.
saver.
So you got to learn how to swim. But yeah,
let
her try stuff, see what she likes.
What if she doesn't like track and field?
I know, she might not like it. What I want to do when she's able to get like a little dummy sword, like a little play sword.
Oh my goodness.
And then like kind of teach her like some techniques with a sword, and then as her training gets better and better, there's a website, I forget what it's called, something saber.
And you make your own lightsaber.
Yeah, and you could
we saw that.
You could choose what you want, what color you want the hilt to be. And they're really durable lightsabers. Like you can actually
make them make sounds too.
Yeah, and they make sounds. They light up. They're really, really well crafted. So when she's of age, when she's like her training is complete,
her can get your swords.
Well, I'll have mine because I'm already like I'm a Jedi master. But when she's ready, she can pick her sword and then I'll present it to her and she'll have it. And we'll both have our Jedi swords.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know it's super nerdy, but that's one of the things I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. I want to be her coach for track, but
track coach.
I've never met anyone who successfully coached their own kids.
No, that happens.
Yeah,
doesn't it in sports?
It does, but I've never met anyone. Tom Brady.
Didn't his dad teach him or something?
No, Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Okay.
Oh my gosh, there's a video of Peyton Manning as a little boy, and he's like, "You're not allowed to grab my face mask!" And he's like trying to be the quarterback. It's so cute, but his brother grabbed his mask.
Yeah.
Oh, they were so good, even from a young age. But yeah, I think my goal for her, I really want her to be active.
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely going to be active. Like,
yes. And I sort of want her also to be in like the Girl Guide world.
I didn't do any guide stuff. I missed all that.
I did it.
Yeah.
I got to go camping. I went camping in Banff, like in Alberta. I don't know if that's where the mountains are, actually. I was going to say the Rocky Mountains, but I'm not even sure.
Yeah, so you got to go camping and go out. Yeah, learned a lot of stuff.
I went to the Calgary Stampede because I was with the Girl Guides, everything. It was like...
Did you have the cookies?
Of course. Cookies, yeah. And I also want to buy her cookies. Because I do miss Girl Guide cookies. I was just looking them up of where you can buy them.
Yeah.
They're selling them at Canadian Tire up the road.
Oh, really? Up the road.
It just gives you the day when the Girl Guides will be there selling. But yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. Okay, moving on.
Your turn.
Okay. Do we want to talk about us today?
What do you mean?
Like we could take it back to last time we talked about how we met.
Yeah.
Or do we want to save that for another day?
Yeah, we'll
save it.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to word it.
So then I would like to know what's been the hardest part of the pregnancy for you?
The hardest part of the pregnancy is probably the hardest part.
It's okay.
There's nothing really.
Hurt my feelings.
No. For me, it hasn't really been hard, but because the hardest part is seeing you go through all this stuff, like, and not being able to help you.
You can't do anything.
Like today, I know we had to take Jane to the doctor today because she was feeling really dizzy. And
you had to pick me up.
Yeah, because she was like having these almost fainting spells.
Yeah.
So I had to drive to her school, pick her up, take her to the doctor.
Leave the car.
Yeah. And it was really scary because it happened yesterday too. And
yesterday I was alone when it happened.
When that stuff happens, I'm just like, I want to help, but there's nothing I can physically do to help. And it's just like, I want to take the baby for a while. Like, let me have her for a bit, and I'll carry the pain for a while, and then, but I just have to. The only thing I can do is like be there for you, like cook, I can clean. I could
And
do all the stupid stuff.
With that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff's easy. Take out the trash, change the kitty litter, all that stuff. I can take care of that. I just want you to like, because when you go to work, come home and relax.
You want us to be safe.
Yeah, I want you guys to be safe, and I can take care of everything else. I'll cook dinner every day. It doesn't matter. That's the only way.
Lunch.
Yeah, I make your lunch. So, it hasn't really been that hard because that stuff to me is easy.
Yeah. So the hardest part for you has been seeing me struggle.
Seeing you struggle, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
So, what about, do you want
for me? Yeah, I can talk about it. Yeah. I got teary-eyed, but just ignore it. I think for me, the hardest part has been, I didn't think it would be hard. And then just feeling, I guess, inadequate is the right word.
Yeah.
You know, because, I never thought I feel like I've seen so many pregnant women and they don't have these issues. You know, like they can climb the stairs and they don't get dizzy, and they can, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you don't even know the first trimester. Everybody in my whole work knew I was pregnant because I couldn't stop throwing up, you know? And it was just as if, I don't know, I drew the short string or something this time. Because I had, from week 22 to week 31, that was okay. Yeah. So what's that, 9 weeks of good times in the pregnancy, and the rest has been, pretty nightmarish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess everybody's different. Everybody's body's different, and it's your first pregnancy.
Yeah, and the doctor keeps telling me that, because originally we wanted to have more than one child, and then every time I get as sick as I get, I'm like, maybe this is it. Maybe we're just gonna have one. But I think it's she keeps saying to me, you know, every pregnancy is different. It's different for every person. It's different every single time. So, you know, next time maybe you'll be on easy street.
Yeah, I heard that a lot too. Like, some people, they struggle the first time, and the second time it's just like nothing.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's the other way around. Like, the first time it's so simple, and the second time it sucks. Like, for PETA, the first and second time she said were a breeze, and then the third time was just trials. Third time. Yeah, what? So the third time she had a hard time. Yeah, so I just, I don't know, I haven't felt, I sort of always feel like I'm really good at stuff. Yeah. You know, like, I'm good at school. I was good at sports. I'm good at debate. I'm good at talking. And then this is something I feel like I'm not good at. And that is so crappy.
You are good at it.
No,
you're doing good.
Thanks, Bubs. But it's just, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You feel like you can't, you're not good at it, and there's nothing you could do to be good at it.
Yeah, there's no, it's when I'm dizzy.
Yeah, you can't
I have
train
to pull
to
over.
Get not dizzy.
You know, and then I can't drive, or I have to, I can't go upstairs, helpless. You know? Yeah, and you're just, like, you want to be better and do better, and you just want to get stuff done before the baby comes, and then you can't do anything because you're so sick. Yeah. Yeah.
That's frustrating. But I'm here, you know, me and Bimo.
But you're pulling your weight. Guys, yesterday when I had a really bad dizzy spell in the shower, and then I got the shower off, and I was calling out for Justin, and he wasn't home. And then, like, pretty much, I think I must have been, like, screaming your name, because it sent Bimo into panic mode, and I couldn't see. Like, it had gone dark, and I was holding the shower walls, and then I just hear, like, someone at the door, like, trying desperately to get in. I could hear the door knob. So the doorknob kind of, like, going every couple seconds, and I couldn't figure out what was happening.
We have the sideways door knobs.
Yeah, and I was like, did I lock the door? Can Justin not get in? And then I hear meow, meow, meow. And I'm like, she's trying to get in to help me.
So Bimo is like, when she stands on her back, like, she can reach the door handles.
Tall, yeah.
Sometimes she can actually open the doors. Like, she'll reach up and open the door. So Jane was in the bathroom with the door closed. Yeah. So Bimo was trying to open the door to get in because she heard Jane in distress. That's one thing about her. Whenever you're sick or in distress,
she doesn't leave my side.
She knows, and she'll come and comfort you.
Yeah.
Remember, Jane, dropped the towel rack on her foot last week, and it cut her foot.
Cut and bruised my foot.
Yeah, and it was a little swollen. So
and
when
then for 3 days,
when she would go to bed, Bima would lie on the hurt foot.
Yeah.
To keep, I don't know, and then you know what they do, that vibrating thing? Yeah. So she thinks that heals it.
Yeah.
So for 3 days, she knew that you hurt your foot, and she
slept on my foot. Like the whole night, slept on my foot.
So weird. How do they know those things?
I don't know.
It's bizarre.
She's something special.
Yeah. Okay, let's lighten the mood a bit. Okay. Ready for my question?
Yes.
Wait, first I want to take this time to thank our Patreons.
Patreon.
Guys, thank you so much. We're our Patreons have been going really good. They've been going crazy. You guys are awesome, and because of our Patreons, we're able to do shows like this, expand, do podcasts, vlogs, reviews, stuff other than just reactions. So, guys,
and that's what we want to do. We want to do more.
Yeah, we want to do more. So thank you to guys like Koala Banana. Who else?
Remember June.
Remember June, yes.
Remember June's been from the beginning.
June's awesome.
So remember June left for a while. Did you know that?
Yeah, and then she came back.
Is it a girl?
I'm guessing it's a girl.
Usually
just by the name.
Well, June, I found it. Oh, wait, I do know female Junes.
Yeah, so Spree, everybody on Patreon, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
You guys help us out a lot. So thank you guys. And also I want to thank our Twitch subscribers.
Penguin Squad's on Patreon too.
Yeah, so thank you to our Twitch subscribers. If you have an Amazon account, when we go live, you can subscribe to us for free.
Yeah.
So thank you to our Twitch subscribers too.
Okay, so you have a funny one, or do you want me to do a funny one?
You do a funny one.
Okay. What would be your DJ name if you were a DJ?
Oh my gosh, my DJ name.
That's pretty random, right?
Yeah. DJ Dark Side. What?
I know. Go ahead.
Oh,
I thought it was something funny.
DJ Light Side, because I'm thinking about a Jedi or something. DJ.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm. It's not even dark.
No, but that's why I thought it was hilarious. Because I'm like, what?
Yeah, because man, I don't know. DJ Ultra. I always liked. There's a Transformer named Ultra Magnus. I really like, so I might be DJ Ultra Magnus.
DJ Ultra Magnus.
I don't know. This is a weird
my
question.
gosh, these are so nerdy. It's just the best. Oh, the more I learn about you, the better.
You know I'm a nerd.
For me, mine would be DJ Jamsey.
DJ Jamsey?
Yeah. Why are you laughing?
It's like a jam.
Well, no, because Jam was my initials.
You know, my dad, he would call my brother Jamsey.
What?
Jamsky. He would call him Jamsky. Yeah, so that reminded me of that.
I was Jamsey.
You were Jamsey?
My pops calls me Jamsey.
So it was pretty close.
Yeah. Me and Jamal.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, because my initials were JAM.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're JAV. Just like this guy, JAV.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. We're the same initials now.
And same middle name, but the female and male version.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. My turn.
Okay.
In a zombie apocalypse, again, with this every episode, we're going to have a zombie question.
Okay.
In a zombie apocalypse, I'm asking you guys too. What would be your ideal weapon? If you only have one weapon, what would it be?
I already picked. Come on, you know mine.
I know. I think we've discussed this years ago, but a sword.
Michonne sword.
Yeah.
Specifically Michonne sword.
Yeah, that would be mine too. A genuine, like a real samurai sword.
Yeah.
Because if you get a replica, they suck and they can break.
Yeah.
But if you get the actual samurai forged swords,
yeah, and then it would be
hardened steel, folded. They take weeks or months to make.
Yeah.
You know, like they take the steel and fold it in on each other.
Yes.
Like over and over and over,
so
and it makes
cool.
it super hard. So yeah, because if you had a gun, it would waste bullets.
Well, when she does it, it's like it slices through so easily, and their heads just slide off.
Yeah, and you could stab them. There's so many different ways to take a zombie out.
Yeah. That
would be a great weapon. Also, Morgan's weapon is pretty good.
I think so too,
a staff with a point, like a staff with a point, like a spear type thing.
It always makes me think it makes me think of a biblical thing. You know, Moses separating the seas with his staff. and it's like Morgan separating the undead from the dead. Yeah. So
yeah, his weapon is pretty good too, but it is made out of wood and it could break.
Yeah.
But it's good for keeping them at a distance.
I think so too.
You know, and even like you can hold both with a sword. You can't really hold both ends. You can only hold one. So I don't know, like a staff would be great too, but I would want a metal tip at the end. Yeah,
I wouldn't want Daryl's weapon. The
crossbow? No, that's because what if you lose the arrows? Then you're done. The crossbow is useless. You always have to pick it up, and then they get weaker every time you shoot. That's not good. I think an axe with Rick has been sporting lately. That small axe, the hatchet.
That's it.
He's been using that recently, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of that weapon because like you have to hit it and then take it out.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've ever thrown a hammer into a wall, but pulling it out is not good. Why did I throw that hammer into the wall?
What do you mean a hammer? We're talking about a hatchet.
I know, but it's like throwing a hatchet into a zombie, you know? Then you have to pull it out of the wall.
What other signature weapons
Why did we do that? Oh my god. I just remembered my roommate and I. We lived in the upper level of a duplex.
Yeah.
And then one night we decided to throw a hammer down the stairs, see if it would hit the wall.
What the hell?
I don't know what we were doing. I just remembered that right now.
Did you get holes in the wall?
Yeah, there were 2 holes. We had to patch them.
Whoa.
Yeah, but we just
You were
wanted
drunk?
Yeah, I think so. But we wanted to see if it would stay in the wall or something.
Weird. You guys are weird.
Yeah, I don't know what. Like, I had blocked that out from my memory.
And then it popped in?
Just came in now when I was thinking about pulling it out because I remember how hard it was to pull it out of the wall. Mm-hmm. Man.
What other signature
How hard did we throw the hammer for it to be hard to pull out of the wall?
You guys are small.
What the heck? What are you talking about? I'm like a Billy Goat.
Yeah,
what? I don't know. I couldn't think of anything that was strong. But
I remember I asked this question on Facebook like 7 years ago. And then people put like flamethrower and chainsaw and stuff. I'm just like, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're gonna
samurai sword.
Yeah, it's so loud, a chainsaw, and it runs out of gas.
Yeah. Like that's what you're gonna come out of the zombies
or
with?
A flamethrower, you're just gonna light them on fire and they're gonna be exactly the same. They're just gonna be fire zombies. So they could survive that.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
It's very silly.
So samurai sword. Guys, let us know what your weapon would be.
Your weapon of choice during the zombie apocalypse?
On YouTube, leave it in the comments. We want to know. We read them.
Okay. So, what scene from a TV show will you never forget?
Oh, man. Okay. Something immediately popped into my head.
I know yours already.
What?
It's the Will Smith
oh my God.
With his talking about his dad.
How did you know?
Because I just know you. I know everything about you. But
you don't know me.
But you don't know me. You know, he has that moment where he's like, I don't need him. Why don't he want me then? And then Uncle Phil grabs him and hugs him really tight.
What do you want? You are not my father. Oh, that whole episode. Yeah. Guys, I forget what episode it is. I forget what it's called, but there's a Fresh Prince episode where Will Smith's dad, Fresh Prince dad, we're talking about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if you've seen it. Hopefully you have. If you haven't, it's on Netflix. There's a scene, because he grew up without his dad. His dad was gone his whole life. On the show. So his dad finally comes back in into his life. Yeah. And then Will accepts him he fully accepts him. Like, my dad's back and
my dad and I are going to do this. We're going to go do this.
And Uncle Phil warns him. He's like he's just don't get too happy because he's going to run out on you again. And then Will gets mad at him. And then I don't want to spoil it, guys. If you can look up that scene on YouTube. Fresh Prince, father. Just put that in. And then you are not my father or father. Watch that scene. It's almost guaranteed to make you cry. Yeah. It's such a powerful scene.
Okay, on the opposite end, what is the scene that I always reference that I laugh about all the time?
Oh my gosh, there's a million. There's so many. The Office?
Think about the picture I sent you when I woke up from my nap today.
The Office. Jane recently started drooling a lot.
I'm like, this is the most outing podcast ever. It's like,
this is what podcast
Jane's farting all the time and drooling. But I'm drooling and like making a pool. I've never drooled in my life.
Used to drool, but you sent me a picture of you were like looking at it. And
a pool of
giant
drool.
Pool of drool. We gotta watch that pillow.
Yeah, we do.
Gross.
Disgusting.
So I don't know where would that scene come from? Drool? What the heck?
Think about Jan.
Oh, when Michael Scott's like, this is it. This is why I do it. This is what I have to come home to. And then Jan is like sprawled out on the bed.
She looks horrible. Yeah. She looks so awful. And he's like, awful. This is why I do it. This is what I have to come home to. And it's just the worst. And then it's he's like eating breakfast, and he's like, Jan made me breakfast this morning. Well, she bought the milk. It's soy.
It just kept getting worse. She didn't do anything.
No.
She bought the soy milk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that's your favorite scene.
Yeah, that scene. It's just because every time, like, I was leaving this morning and you had all the sheets wrapped around your head, and it was like little bunny on top, and then I was like, this is why I do it. This is what I have to come home to. I just think for me it's such a funny scene.
Yeah, it is. It's a great scene.
Oh, hey, Bemo's coming after you. She's mad. She wants her dinner, actually.
All right, here's another question.
Okay.
In Infinity War.
Oh gosh. You mean the trailer that's made me cry twice?
Yes. Who do you think, let's talk about this. Who do you think is going to die and why?
Oh gosh, what are you trying to do to me?
What? You can't see you cry except for thousands of people on YouTube, but
Okay. I think that Iron Man is going to die. I think the Cap is going to die. I think Scarlett Johansson is going to die. What is she again? Black Widow.
Black Widow. That's interesting if she dies, because if Black Widow dies, Hulk has a connection with her.
I know.
And he's
okay,
they're kind of
It's time for the sun to go down,
so
or something like that.
So okay, in the comic books, there's a comic book called World War Hulk. Yeah. So whenever like someone in his life dies, he becomes this unstoppable force, like more stronger than like.
So maybe that's how Thanos is beat.
Maybe that's another prediction. In the it would have to be in the second movie that if she died, Hulk would just go crazy and he would be so powerful. Yeah, it's like when Betty died, or he just went nuts.
What about Thor?
Thor? I don't think Thor's gonna die.
Thor's had 3 movies, right?
Yeah, but his Odin just died in the last movie. I don't think he'll die.
I'm not sure. Gosh.
And if Captain America dies and Iron Man dies, the impact won't be as big if they both die.
Yeah.
I think Iron Man is going to die because they're introducing Shuri. Is that her name? Black Panther's sister.
Oh, yeah. And she's a technical
the new
genius.
Tech genius, yeah.
You're right.
So the new tech genius
she could replace Tony Stark.
Iron Man is going to go. And
that'd be so sad.
Another thing about Captain America, why he might go, is because Bucky in the comic books has taken over Captain America a bunch of times.
And Bucky's
back. the Winter Soldier, and he's healed. Yeah. His mind is healed. His arm, he's got a vibranium arm.
Yeah.
And then in the Winter Soldier movie, they're going toe to toe. They're like evenly matched.
Yes.
So he could take over.
Wow. I guess we'll see, right?
Yeah.
We'll see in 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now. We still gotta get our tickets.
I know. We really have to. Okay, my turn?
Yeah, last one.
Okay. I wonder, should I take it serious?
Oh man, alright. Let's go serious.
What has been in your life your closest call with death?
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get into like my embarrassing stories.
Yeah. Well, think about one moment, the closest. I can think about mine immediately.
Mine was like when I ran on the highway.
You didn't tell me you ran on the highway.
I did.
No, you didn't.
You didn't know this story?
What were you doing? Why did you run on the highway?
Oh, man.
I can't believe this. Seriously?
So way back, way back, I used to go to parties a lot and drink a lot.
Yeah. Now we don't drink at all.
But I was at a poker tournament, and everybody was drinking, and then it's really bad. But
it sounds horrible already.
It's horrible, and I don't know if I should say this, but whatever. It's years, and I was stupid and young, and then I don't drink anymore. So okay, damn it.
Wow. So just tell us the gist of it. You don't have to get into everything. So you pretended you were a car and you merged onto the highway, or what happened?
It's so stupid. Okay, so I got drunk at this poker tournament, and then I got too drunk, and I was embarrassing myself, and then this is when like my memories kind of blurred.
Okay.
So I remember leaving the party, and I had my car. And
Did you drive?
I drove, but then I noticed I was too drunk to drive, so I pulled over in a parking lot.
Yeah.
And then the parking lot was completely empty, and then I wanted to park. So I was driving up to park, and then there was these like big concrete barriers.
Yeah.
And I got too close to it, and then I smashed into the barrier. And then the airbag came out in my face, and it hit me in my face. My face was bleeding. I had blood all over my face from the airbag.
Oh my god.
My car was completely totaled.
What the heck?
And it was like probably like 11 o'clock at night. Completely. This is like my memory is completely blurred.
Yeah.
So this is what I think my thinking was. I was like pretty far from home, and I thought to myself, the fastest way for me to get home is to get on the highway.
Oh my god.
So I was jogging on the on-ramp of the highway.
Oh my god.
On the side.
Yeah.
And then at that time I was going to clubs like 5 days a week. And then
Oh
one of the guys I went to clubs with like all the time
Yeah.
was getting on that highway and saw me running and pulled over and picked me up.
He saved your life.
He saved my life. He came to my party that one time. You met him, the black guy, Andre.
I don't remember.
And I kept saying he saved my life. But yeah, I couldn't remember where I lived. I was concussed from the accident.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I want to ask so many more questions, but
What? What do you want to... What else?
what happened with your car? Like what?
So the way he found my address is, I had my cell phone on me, so he called my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't the last girlfriend, it was the girlfriend before.
Okay.
So he called her and found out my address and drove me home. And the next day I woke up, I didn't remember what happened.
You didn't know where your car was?
I looked outside, my car was gone. Like my lip was swollen.
So you thought you got in a fight?
Yeah, so I think I called, and then I called people at the poker tournament. They said, "Yeah, you left, man. Like, we don't know what happened." Like, I didn't know, and then slowly I started to remember.
Oh my goodness,
so
that's a horrible, horrible story.
Then I took the bus out to where I thought I parked, and I saw my car, and it was completely totaled.
So what did you do? Get it towed?
I had to get it towed out of there, and I had no car. I was stupid.
Oh my gosh, you're so lucky to be alive. That was a close call with death.
Yeah. Man, I'm so embarrassed. Can't believe I told that story.
Yeah, mine.
You didn't know that story?
No, you never told me that. Now my story seems so lame.
That's just one. I got so many like that.
I have like my close call with death that wasn't completely my fault, and then one that was like my fault pretty much. Mm-hmm. But the one that like was my really, really close call was I was in Paris.
Yeah.
As by myself with a tour group. And somebody had this like cute little tiny thing of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, can I take a picture with it?" And they said, "Sure." And I took 2 steps back. So I was like, had my back to the metro tracks, like the train tracks. So I stepped back like close to the tracks, and there's this woman, and she just grabbed my arm, and she's like, "I'm so sorry, darling, you're just making me a little uncomfortable. You're too close to the tracks." And she pulled me forward, just like 2 steps forward, just as this guy had pickpocketed somebody and was running by, and he pushed me, and he pushed like this, so he would have pushed me onto the tracks.
Whoa.
And then the train pulled up.
Holy
So this
crap.
random woman, this American woman, grabbed my arm and pulled me forward, and she said, "You're making me a little uncomfortable being so close to tracks." And then the guy ran through, like pushed out of the way, like he pushed that way and this way, and I would have gone right onto the tracks.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, my heart was beating so fast, and the guy that got pickpocketed is chasing this guy, And then I turned to the woman and I was like, you just saved my life. And she's like, I like, she was like overwhelmed, you know, because she just said in her gut, she felt like I was too close.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know her name. I don't know anything. Like,
that's a great story.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was 1 second and someone didn't know me, saw me taking a picture, her instinct to pull me, like didn't know me and grab me. Like I could have reacted any kind of way, you know?
Jeez, man. Lucky that lady was there.
Seriously.
If you're that lady and you remember, thank you.
And that was 2012, so that was before we started dating.
Yeah.
So none of this would have happened.
Holy crap.
Thanks,
lady.
I know, thank you, lady at the subway.
So since that happened, you like, you're not... Because, okay, whenever we're like going for a walk or crossing the street, you've gotten a lot better, but man, when we first like started dating, when you'd walk across the street, you're just like oblivious.
I know.
And anyone can kill you at any moment, but you just like kind of distrust everybody. But now you're good. You look.
Well, because
you make sure
now
people are
I'm concerned about someone else's life.
Yeah, and your life. You've gotten a lot better.
Because I don't want to not be around for our little girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Just like small things like when you're waiting for the light to turn, people stand super close to the street as cars are going by. Just things like that, like, you know, move back. Or when you're crossing the street, make sure the guy turning left sees you.
Yeah, wave at them and stuff. Yeah.
And don't go on your phone when you're across the street and take your headphones out. Small things like that.
But
to save your life.
We had such different stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such different
I can't believe your story. And oh my gosh. If I had been your girlfriend at the time and somebody called me and said that they picked you up running on the highway, like that would have been your close call with death story. Like me murdering you.
You murdering
for scaring me.
That's just one. I have a lot of messed up stories like that, but I'll divulge that later on.
Yeah, and I have the other one though, the one that was like my fault because I was up late before practice.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
But we're coming up on an hour, guys. Ooh, podcast number 2
in the books, guys. If you have ideas that you want us to talk about certain things in the podcast, you can share that in the comment section. We're totally down for that. And even, I don't know, I guess the only place you can't share it on like podcast apps and stuff, so you'd have to log in YouTube.
if there is a section in your podcast app, I know iTunes you can leave a review, but even in there, like leave a review, write something, and we can read
like,
it.
Talk about this, yeah,
give us topics to talk about. If you made it this far, you guys are awesome. You guys are super fans or actual real fans, so thank you for that. And
reggae horn for them.
Yeah, reggae horn for you guys. And if you have iTunes, go to your iTunes, search in the podcast section, the CJ and Go TV podcast. Subscribe to us, leave a 5-star rating, and write a comment. That really helps us out. That's the best way to support the show right now.
A triage.
A triage, bro. A 3 out of 10. He's like, I really like it. I'll give it a 3 out of 10. Like, what? That's terrible.
No forest. It's a tree.
We're doing for y'all entertainment. The Goon Scrap DVD part 2.
Yeah, we saw it.
Search that YouTube video. Funny. It's so funny. So yeah, go to your iTunes and go to. If you have Android, download a podcast app. Guys, it's super easy. Download a podcast app, search CJ and Go TV podcast, and listen to it.
See our hip-hop album cover.
Yeah, we have a hip-hop cover for that. And start listening to podcasts. They're really good way to like learn stuff and like not... Because a lot of people just listen to music.
Yeah.
Podcasts are an alternative to that. If you're driving, if you're at work, if you're cleaning the house, it's great to listen to a podcast.
Yeah. All right, guys, you've been awesome. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Catch you next time. We're out of here. Peace. If you like that video and you want to see more, go ahead and click that square button.
And if you want to subscribe, click that circle button.
Thanks for being part of Team Go.